To lead us in the singing of our national anthem, I want to introduce Jordan Smith. Jordan is the daughter of Laura and Steve Smith of Cary. During her career at Cary-Grove, Jordan was involved in the swing choir, musicals, choir department, link crew, and CG dance marathon. In fact, her fundraiser idea was actually the reason that I was forced to have multicolored hair for a day. So thank you, Jordan, for that. In her time away from school, Jordan enjoys dance, music, and is a worship leader in her church. After high school, Jordan will be attending Liberty University to study pastoral leadership. I was humbled that Jordan chose to thank me for supporting her and always making an effort to get to know her. So thank you, Jordan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, class of 2020, to your graduation ceremony. To begin our festivities, I want to welcome Annabelle Poppe to the podium. Annabelle is the daughter of Chris and Jen of Cary, Illinois. During her time at Cary-Grove, Annabelle was involved in, let me take a deep breath here, high honor roll, cum laude, swing choir, a cappella, musical, girls frosh soft and varsity tennis, girls track, student council, CG buddies, CG buddy gym leader, connect crew, and the winter showcase. In all of her free time, Annabelle enjoys dance, voice, campus life, mission trips, and numerous volunteer opportunities. In the fall, she'll be attending Liberty University in Virginia and majoring in event planning. Annabelle would like to thank Mrs. Succo for setting an example of how to work incredibly hard, and Mrs. Meyer, whose genuine care in the classroom made going to math class something that she looked forward to every day.
It is my pleasure to recognize the accomplishments of our class of 2020. Many of our graduates have earned gold tassels. These students are graduating with an amazing 4.0 or higher GPA. There are an unbelievable 90 students standing in this class of 413. That represents 22% of the class. Please note that for this graduating class, it took an impressive 4.24 GPA just to crack the top 10%, also the highest in school history. This year, we have 56 students that earned the distinction of being state scholars. This means, as a result of their ACT and SAT scores and their class rank at the end of their junior year, they rank in the top 1,500 of the 150,000 graduates in Illinois this year. We would also like to recognize our National Merit Commended students. From a field of 1 million students, commended students rank in the top 5% of all students nationwide that took the preliminary scholastic aptitude test in October of 2018. Usually, we have 1 or 2, but this year we have 4 such commended students: Haley Bond, Megan Fisher, Olivia Green, and Kimberly Craher. And this year, we have 2 amazing students who scored in the top 1% of all those test takers and are national merit finalists. Congratulations, Robbie Nollet and Ved Patel. We also have graduates that have earned gold medallions. These symbolize their membership in our National Honor Society. This honor designates not only academic excellence, but excellence in leadership, character, and service. We want to personally thank all of our members of our National Honor Society for their service to CG. We have 10 students that were state qualifiers in athletics over their career at Cary-Grove. Congratulations to the following graduates who competed at state level in their sport: Molly Line, Alina Krimbuszewski, Karina Los, Maxim Caesar, Colin Psycho, Charlie Gruen, Brad Peters, Isaac Rands, Michael Bartitian, and Cole Seeger. This group of seniors has logged a remarkable number of community service hours in an effort to give back to their school and community. We want to thank anyone that participated in Interact, Friends of Rachel, CG Buddies, Connect Crew, Latino Leadership, and Student Council. We would also recognize another well-rounded group of students that have a unique blend of accomplishments. Our cum laude graduates have a GPA of 2.75 or above, have a 95% attendance rate, have completed 25 hours of community service, have had no major disciplinary incidents, have met the necessary academic growth benchmarks, and have taken at least one capstone or AP course during their time at CG. Congratulations to our 85 cum laude graduates. This is the most a graduating class has had in school history. Continuing with service, there is a group of graduates that have made the selfless choice to serve all of us. To all graduates that have earned red, white, and blue cords, we thank you for your sacrifice in joining the armed forces following graduation and serving our country and preserving our freedom. Amazing job, class of 2020. We BC.
It is my pleasure to introduce our first student speaker, Ved Patel. Ved is the son of Gaurang Patel and Kalpana Patel of Cary. Throughout his 4 years at CG, Ved was involved in the marching band, Scholastic Bowl, math team, and WISE. Outside of school, Ved enjoys reading, long-distance biking, and is a huge Star Wars fan. In fact, most people don't realize it, but Ved is the proud owner of a Millennium Falcon, made out of Legos. Furthermore, Ved was selected as one of 160 students across the United States to be honored as a semifinalist for the U.S. Presidential Scholarship Program, which recognizes excellence in education and the promise of greatness in young people. I want to congratulate and thank Ved for representing Cary-Grove at such a prestigious level. This fall, Ved plans to attend Washington University in St. Louis and study biology and philosophy. He would like to thank Mrs. Nelligan and Mr. Norton for being passionate and energetic, providing excellent advice, broadening his horizons, and always supporting him.
I just want to start by stating how incredibly fast the last 4 years have flown by. I mean, so much has changed since we started high school, both in our lives and the world as a whole. Yet I bet I'm not the only one who doesn't feel a minute older. Nevertheless, we have 4 more years of experience under our belts, with more to come in the future. And I have to say, Cary-Grove was the perfect place to spend that time. I'm personally incredibly grateful for the caring and passionate teachers and staff I've had the opportunity to get to know. These are the people that make Cary-Grove more than just a place. I encourage you all to think about who you are thankful for and let them know how they've helped you grow. Speaking of growth, I know we've all matured throughout high school, and I have to say, you are truly an intimidating audience to speak for. In front of me, I have seen a wealth of passion, from the sciences to the arts, to music, sports, and everything in between. As we move forward and find our places in the real world, the talent and passion that I've seen is important to nurture and develop. I don't profess to know everything, but I'm pretty sure about this. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're not smart. It doesn't matter if you're not athletic. Nobody's gonna care if you're not creative. Everyone has their thing. You just have to find it. It doesn't matter when, it doesn't even matter how. But once you find your thing, you're gonna have a great time. You're going to enjoy what you do. And from my limited knowledge, I'm pretty sure that the people who do their thing are the people who make a positive change in our world, something we sorely seem to need right now. At the end of the day, I'm truly grateful for the chance to get to know so many of you, and I sincerely wish you the best in the years to come. I can't wait to see what kind of things the class of 2020 is going to be doing in the future. Thank you.
I am proud to introduce Julia Carter. Julia is the daughter of Rich and Michelle Carter of Cary. Julia's list of activities and clubs is long. It includes speech team captain, GEMS ambassador, student council board member, Connect crew leader, National Honor Society member, CG Buddies classroom aide, math team, freshman class, senior class, Spark Club, and Interact. Outside of school, Julia gives up a lot of her time to serve others. She is a hospital volunteer, a religious ed teacher, a leader at Christian Youth Theater, a volunteer speech coach, and a volunteer tutor, while working as a lifeguard instructor at Crystal Lake, Maine Beach. A little known fact about Julia is that she can say the 50 states in under 15 seconds, a skill I could have used to get through her list of 50 activities. Julia will be attending St. Louis University, majoring in neuroscience on the pre-med track with the goal of becoming a pediatric oncologist. Julia would like to thank Mrs. Succo and both Tim and Mindy Garris for giving her the confidence to go after her goals and showing her the strength that positivity can have in her life.
Well, class of 2020, we did it. After 7 semesters and a quarter at Cary-Grove and a bonus quarter at the CGE Learning Academy, we are graduating high school and preparing to go our separate ways. Now, over the past few months, I've noticed that the world has created a definition for the class of 2020. We have been put into this bubble of angsty teenagers who graduated under quarantine. However, we don't exactly fit into this bubble the way the world expects us to. It is true that the days we set aside for our prom, senior breakfast, and graduation were instead occupied by a worldwide pandemic, but that is the least interesting thing there is about us. We will not be defined by this virus because Cary-Grove has made us so much more. Over these past 4 years, each and every one of us has learned and grown together as a community with compassion at its core. When one of our students had anxiety about a presentation, another stood up and offered to take their place. When one of our FCS students wanted to fit in, our football players took him under their wing. When any of us were sick, injured, or in the hospital, their peers refused to let them go through it alone. And when we lost the end of our senior year, we were physically torn apart, but had never been closer where it mattered. We came together. We learned, we grew, and we persevered to make the best out of the most insane situation that was put in front of us. It is all of this that makes us who we are. We will not be defined by our misfortunes and struggles that we faced, but by the compassion for others we gained along the way. Class of 2020, we are strong, we are compassionate, we are resilient, we are caring, and we be CG. As we graduate high school and go our separate ways, none of that changes. We are not moving on from the last chapters of our lives. We are moving forward with it. Moving forward with the lessons Cary-Grove and our unique situation have taught us, the friendships made, and the community created. Class of 2020, keep that compassion burning in your soul, and we are going to change the world. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dean of Students, Mr. Ryan Ludwig, who will be presenting our Faculty Award winner.
Hello, class of 2020. This year has been one we all will never forget. I am extremely proud of each of you for overcoming the diversity of the end of the year and finishing strong. Today, I have the honor of presenting the Cary-Grove Faculty Award. The Faculty Award is presented to the senior who most embodies the essence of Cary-Grove High School and what it means to be a Trojan. This year's recipient exemplifies culture, spirit, and the foundational characteristics of what we hope all students grow to become. The word growth highlights what I am most proud of when reflecting on the past 4 years getting to know the Faculty Award winner on the football field, in the weight room, and inside the walls of Cary-Grove High School. Our hope for all students at Cary-Grove is they grow each day, learning to become better versions of themselves while finding passion to pursue as they transition into the next stage of life after CG. Words to describe this year's recipient are grit, work ethic, and leadership. Not only was this young man a leader in the weight room, on a state championship football team, but he also grew to become a leader among his classmates and a role model for younger students at Cary-Grove. He was a prominent member of the Link Crew Freshman Mentorship Program, leading wearing a grass skirt, floppy hat, and sunglasses to ensure that freshmen made it to the right class. He also started the first ever CG Debate Club, where he always seemed to have the last word. Finally, he was a leader in the classroom, where he excelled not only academically, but had the witty ability to make any faculty member smile, even during their hardest day. The growth made over his 4 years, overcoming a broken back, multiple dislocated shoulders, a coach who pushed him extremely hard at times, and learning to be the best version of himself by leading others, has proven him to be the best example of what it means to be a Trojan. It is my pleasure to recognize the 2019-2020 Faculty Award winner, Jake Johnson.
Class of 2020, congratulations. It's hard to believe that the last time we were all together was roughly 4 months ago. Since then, you probably spent spring break in the beautiful cities of Cary and Fox River Grove. You may have caught a view of the stunning shores of the Fox River as you drove over Rawson Bridge. In April, some of you may have hit level 13 in Clash of Clans and earned leadership status, while others of you may have dusted off your bicycles and board games in search of ways to pass the time. What you weren't doing, unfortunately, was trying on your prom dress one more time before the big dance. You weren't given the chance to extend your basketball season with a sectional title win, because we would have won. Some of you weren't even given the chance to start your senior season. You weren't making memories with all your friends as you roam the halls of the school that has defined your past 4 years. The fact is, drive-by celebrations and graduations don't do you justice. It may be the best we can do for now, but it isn't good enough in comparison to all that the class of 2020 has done for Cary-Grove High School. This pandemic and the tumultuous nature of our society may make it appear as though you are graduating into a world where there are more problems than solutions, more conflict than peace, more fear than security. But the reality is, that's exactly why we need you. You are the solution. You are the hope for improving upon our current situation. If what you have seen over these past few months has made you angry, frustrated, sad, or fearful, we implore you to channel that emotion into the efforts you make over the course of your lifetime to improve life around you. Early on in the stages of the pandemic, some workers were designated as essential employees if it was deemed necessary for them to be on site at their place of work. I would like to say that every member of the class of 2020 is essential to the future prosperity of our planet. This may be your reality now, but what will you do to change the reality ahead of us? I have seen you all demonstrate the capacity to bring about peace and positive change. As freshmen, amidst a highly controversial and combative presidential election, I saw you all come together and debate your thoughts and feelings openly and with respect for one another. When yet another fatal school shooting occurred in Florida back in 2018, I saw you all as sophomores walk out of your classes in peaceful protest of gun violence. In 2019, when one of your classmates came down with a rare and debilitating illness, I watched this class and this community rally around him and support him back to health. And in 2019, when you and your classmates lost the latter half of your senior year to a worldwide pandemic, you responded with incredible maturity and empathy. It is the body of work over the past 4 years that shows the incredible things the class of 2020 is capable of. So it is with hope and with confidence that I present this class of 2020 for graduation from Cary-Grove High School. I hope you all continue to embody the characteristics that CG has nurtured over these past 4 years, that the work of your teachers, counselors, and coaches have done to help you be CG is put to use as you navigate this uncertain future. It is also my hope that you remember your Trojan family is always here for you and will support you no matter what. Finally, I am confident that each and every one of you will do whatever it takes to improve the lives of others and in turn our world. That you will recognize your unique and individual skills and talents that can be used to serve others and bring about change. Because the engagement of the class of 2020 in finding solutions, bringing about peace, and providing change is absolutely essential. Congratulations, class of 2020, and go Trojans.